Hello, welcome back to Pro-Life Praise. We are approaching Mother's Day. Guess what? Planned Parenthood is really bad for mothers. Stay tuned. Hello, and welcome back to Pro-Life Praise. I'm Evangelist Alveda King. Today, we're talking about Mother's Day, and Mother's Day comes right around the first part of May. And I will be talking about my own pro-life testimony and the pro-life testimony of my mother, Mrs. Naomi Ruth Barbara King, and how Planned Parenthood almost ruined my Mother's Day if my mother had not chosen life. If my grandfather, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Sr., had not convinced my mother, Naomi Ruth Barbara King, in 1950 to choose life and not have a DNC exploratory surgery, I wouldn't be here today. Now, some of you already know that I've had secret abortions myself and a miscarriage from a botched abortion. And yet the Lord has redeemed me from that experience as well. And I'm the mother of 6 living children. And right now I have 11 grandchildren. Isn't that amazing? God is so good. So I want to speak to mothers right now. If you're a mother you have birthed children and you're raising children in this agonizing time, we're dealing with COVID and all that kind of thing here in the 21st century. It's 2021 and children are rebelling and doing all kinds of things. If you're a mother and you're working to raise some children today, or a grandmother like me, or a great-grandmother, then God bless you. We're praying for all mothers today. If you're a mother who aborted a child, because once we become pregnant, we're mothers. When that baby's in our wombs, we're mothers. Whether the children are birthed or not, we are mothers. If you're grieving from the loss of an abortion, there's healing for you. Try rachelsvineyard.org. If you want to speak out about it, try silentnomoreawareness.com or .org. If you just want to cry out to Jesus, I'm here to pray with you. For all the mothers in the world and all the children who are regarding mothers during Mother's Day, for all the children who can't be with their mothers, for all of us who do still have our mothers, for those of us who have lost our mothers. Mother's Day is a special day. Dads, if you have tuned in today, don't worry, because in June we're going to talk about Father's Day, so don't worry about that. We have something special for our dads too. But right now, we are celebrating Mother's Day. I'd like to take just a few minutes to introduce you by video to my mother, Mrs. Naomi Ruth Barbara King, who in 1950 was advised by my grandfather not to abort me. Abortion was illegal, but there were ways, and not only in back alleys, to get abortions in 1950. There were doctors who were delivering babies and then behind closed doors aborting babies, even back then. My mother, on the advice of my grandfather, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Sr., agreed. And so I'm here today. Let's take a listen to Mrs. Naomi Ruth Barbara King.
I want to be a fireman when I grow up. I want to be a teacher.
I want to be president of the United States.
I want to find a cure for cancer.
The choice to have an abortion alters the course of the future. Please remember, where there's life, there's hope. A message from Priests for Life.
Well, friends, we're privileged today to be talking with Naomi King, wife of the late Reverend A.D. Williams King, brother of Martin Luther King Jr., and Alveda King, our pastoral associate. So it's so great to have the both of you here.
Well, I know we just heard about Alveda's testimony, but Miss Naomi, I know you have a testimony involving abortion, or an abortion that you thought you wanted. Would you like to tell us about that?
Certainly, I'll be happy to do so. I was courting at that time the Reverend A.D. Williams King, and we had gotten serious in our dating, and it got to be like a sexual thing. So having not much knowledge or from my mother talking about sex and all this kind of thing, I kind of like went into the sexual thing with, with a little ignorance on my part. But anyway, it went ahead and it happened. So happened that I got pregnant. And when I got pregnant, I was my first year in Spelman College. And so I said, oh my goodness, I said, I can't be pregnant and have a baby. I said, because this is my first year in college, and I just have to have an abortion, so that this just won't work for me. And it so happened that my mother, when I told my mother and we talked about it, we decided to go to our minister, who happened to be the Reverend Martin Luther King Sr., and we were telling him about the pregnancy and my desires of what I wish to do and not do and all. And the first thing when he said, oh, no, baby. He said, that won't be no abortion. He said, because the abortion we cannot have. He said, the good Lord has shown me this child that you're going to have 3 years before she was born. And so this is the blessing now that I have been waiting for. And so the blessing was turned out to be this beautiful daughter of mine over here, Alveda Celeste King, was this blessing. So with that in mind, there was no abortion. The Reverend A.D. Williams King and I got married, and my beautiful daughter, my firstborn, was born.
That's great. You know, Miss Naomi, it's such a great witness for you to tell us about that, because, we realize, the King family very often is painted in the media as being pro-abortion. And by listening to two of you here today, well, you were 100% pro-life, and we're so blessed to have your witness.
The cause for which Dr. King gave his life, the vision and the dream he preached, is exactly what the pro-life movement also proclaims and preaches. It is the same message applied to a different group of human beings. Dr. King did not just defend the equality of the black man. He defended the equality of every human being. Amen. That was his defense of his people who were suffering from segregation, was a corollary of the fact that, as he proclaimed, we must believe in and acknowledge the sacredness of every human life. He said, then we will not kill anybody.
Please allow me to just do a little prayer of thanksgiving on my own. Father, thank you that my mother, Naomi Ruth Barbara King, and my daddy, Reverend Alfred Daniel Williams King, chose life, and together they birthed 5 wonderful children. We had a wonderful family, and 2 of my brothers are gone. My sister Darlene's gone. My brother Derek and I are still here with mother. Dad's gone. Was killed right after Uncle ML was killed. So we had some tragedies, Lord, but you've given us joy. So I thank you for my life and my pro-life testimony. Bless others and their lives and their pro-life testimonies. Bless those who are suffering because of the evil deeds of Planned Parenthood. Lord, take us on through these troublesome times, even for those who are suffering from COVID loss and all of those types of things. Lord, you're still Lord. Thank you for Jesus, Holy Spirit, Father, and we bless you in Jesus' name. Amen. Well, you're watching Pro-Life Praise, and prayer and praise and music all go together for Pro-Life Praise. So right now, I would like to talk just for a few minutes. I've mentioned Roe v. Wade before in past shows. I've talked about Planned Parenthood, America's largest abortion provider, who supported the efforts to make abortion legal in America. How did abortion become legal in America. I'm an executive producer on a film, the Roe v. Wade movie, and you can find us at roeVWadeMovie.com. You can also go to Priests for Life for information on the Roe v. Wade movie, on how abortion became legal, the 50th anniversary of abortion that's coming up. We have all of this information in the websites at priestforlife.org. We also have civil rights for the unborn.org. And my own personal ministry is Evangelist Alveda King, alvedaking.com. Right now, though, I want to encourage you to see the movie, the Roe v. Wade movie. It's available now streaming. You can also have private screening parties. I still attend those here in the Georgia area because I live here in Georgia. And people have screenings and I go by and I greet the people. And it's very important that we know and make our own decisions with an educated mind. How did abortion become legal? Roe v. Wade is bad law. Let me have you watch the trailer.
We will hear arguments in Roe against Wade. You may proceed.
If you really want to know how abortion became legal in our country, I will tell you the true story.
Dr. Mildred Jefferson, would you like to head up a Right to Life group that I'm starting?
Dr. Bernard Nathanson's clinics are performing 1,000 abortions per week. That's why I'm taking up the fight.
I wanted to get abortion legalized across the country.
We're looking for a pregnant girl to challenge the abortion laws.
We'll give her a pseudonym. Call her Jane Roe.
It's genius that way no one will ever know about her past.
First, they came after the Jews, and then they came after the mentally deficient. We did nothing. And now they're coming after the unborn. And so you're gonna do nothing?
Robert Byrd for Henry Wade.
No judge or jury in their right mind would ever let abortion happen in Texas.
You've been watching too much TV. This case has nothing to do with women's rights.
It's God's duty to forgive. It's ours to rule the law. You're changing your vote because your family found out. Or was it the media?
If we don't sort this out, fur will fly today. You are trying to control us, Warren, old buddy. That is completely unethical.
In the matter of Roe v. Wade, I want the case re-argued.
Faith in God, respect for his law.
That law being?
Human law.
We got the majority.
We're gonna win.
Perhaps this is beyond the authority of the Supreme Court.
We are the law of the land.
These girls should not be put through the pregnancy and should be entitled to an abortion.
God, forgive me, what have I done?
The true silent minority who is speaking for these children.
So don't forget to watch the Roe v. Wade movie. I also have some information available for you over at the Priest for Life store. I've got a couple of books over there. I think you could see King Rules right behind me. And How Can the Dream Survive? We're doing a new version of that book. It'll be at the Priest for Life store. There's so many items and information for you about life at the Priest for Life bookstore. Now, King Rules is one of my favorite books. I've written several books, but King Rules remains a favorite because it gives guidelines and ways that we should live. It also has a little of that abortion testimony in it. Father Frank Pavone was generous enough to write something in the book for us. So please visit the bookstore and read King Rules. Here's a little trailer.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
One of my favorite mothers is my goddaughter, Angela Stanton King. I met Angela many, many years ago now, probably 15 years or more. Angela has a publishing company. She's a TV personality and all of that, and she's raising 5 children. Angela is my goddaughter. God blessed me to minister to Angela and to love Angela. I'd like for you to hear just a little bit of Angela's testimony.
We have to stop listening to people that are telling us things that we know do not benefit us in any type of way. Why are we listening to these people? Because society has uplifted them and presented them to us as if they are some type of idol. Michael Jordan to say, hey, and I ain't hating on Michael Jordan, I'm just using this as an example. He'll say, hey, I just released a new shoe. Everybody go get them. Y'all standing in line, blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks, getting ready to go pay $250, $275, whatever, for a shoe that he probably paid $1.50 to have made over in China. Just because it has his name on it. Joe Biden say, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. And you go vote for him just to prove that you ain't black when you already know you black. Come on. Why are we listening to these people? Why are black men supporting agendas that are against them? Why are black men supporting politicians, politics that go, y'all supposed to be the leaders? I'm not supposed to be the leader. A man is supposed to lead. The women are supposed to follow. We are nurturers. Men are the leaders. I'm not, listen, you got the wrong one when you want to start talking about feminism and feminists, because feminism has completely destroyed our families. Feminism have made us believe that we don't need a man, that we could do it all by themselves. Baby, I love having a husband that takes care of me. I love having a husband where if I hear a bump at night, all I got to do is lay in my bed and he going to get up and go see what's going on. I love having a husband that I know going to answer the phone every time I call and have an answer to whatever my issue is. They have put us in a position to make us believe that we don't need men. Not only have they made us believe that we don't need men, we have gotten a mindset and began to treat our men like we don't need them. And now guess what? Now they don't need us. Feminism has destroyed our families. Angela, how has feminism destroyed our families? Feminism has made women like me, because I'm guilty, feel liberated with having a choice to kill our own children. Oh, I want a choice. Feminism has made us feel liberated to go stand on the front line with these puppets. I'm going to call them out by name, Tamika Mallory, marching for a choice to abort our future, marching for a choice to kill our lifeline, marching for a choice to kill our own army, marching for a choice to transition our men into women. I don't get mad. I want you to get mad with me. Get mad. Please get mad at me. Please. Because the only time you are going to change your behavior is when somebody make you mad and make you feel it. Because if you don't feel it, then it's not going to bother you. You're going to feel this. How does it benefit us? I'm talking, you know who I'm talking to. How does it benefit us to vote against life? How does it benefit us to vote against our future? How does it benefit us to vote against God? Regardless of what your religion is, you know right from wrong.
Thank you, Angela. Friends, as we get ready to close the show, there's one more mother I would like to mention. We call the earth Mother Earth. However, we know that the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, and all the humans and the animals and everything else on earth is given to us by God, are given to us by God, beautiful gifts. And so for the context of Mother Earth, we should care about the earth. I care about absolutely no more pollution than we have to have and all of that, preserving the earth and the gifts of the earth, the animals. It's amazing to me, though, that people will run a big Save the Whales campaign and make it a felony to kill animals that are about to be extinct, but then say it's okay to kill babies. I just haven't been able to put all that together yet. I am glad to be a citizen of planet Earth, a one blood, one human being kind of a person, not separate races, but one human race. And I'm a member of the human race living here, fighting for life, certainly human life and all life. But we do love God and we thank God for the earth. So I think it's appropriate to close out with a special music video, and I am singing on the video, For the Beauty of the Earth. Until next time, God bless you. Evangelist Alveda King on Pro-Life Praise.